Chicago Sky fans, y'all need to be very, very careful in this moment. You need to be very, very careful. It looks like Angel Reese wants out, y'all. Angel Reese seems to be looking for a way out of the dumpster fire that is the Chicago Sky. And I got to be honest with you, I don't blame her.
The Chicago Sky are spiraling, not just losing games, collapsing in full view of the world. And at the center of it all stands Tyler Marsh, the first-year head coach brought in to inject championship pedigree after winning titles with Las Vegas. Now, the man who was supposed to rebuild a contender looks like he's reached his breaking point, and at the center of the storm is Angel Reese, the franchise star whose every move has been dissected, debated, and magnified under a microscope. For some,
on Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit.
Man, as much as I want to disagree with Jason, man, but I gotta admit, I think he's right. And I want to disagree with him so bad.
It's unfair scrutiny. For others, it's the consequence of carrying the title of cornerstone player. In sports, when you're the face of the franchise, nothing you do goes unnoticed. But now that spotlight feels more like a searchlight. The Sky are sitting on an 8-23 record, one of the worst in team history. Rumors are swirling that their star has checked out. Marsh, already juggling a thin roster and fractured locker room, finally stopped dancing around the truth. In his
20 turnovers and giving up 25 points off these turnovers.
Yeah, it's never an excuse. The proof is in the details of what's been the difference in our wins and losses, and a lot of it turns into the ability to take care of the ball. And so it's never an excuse. Teams bring pressure. You got to handle the pressure. And so but our locker room is full of professional basketball players. They understand the importance of it. It's just a matter of doing.
In his words, the issue isn't just losing, it's the decay of a culture that once fueled this franchise. On Angel Reese, he didn't mince words. I think she's quit, he said, and though many wanted to disagree, the silence after those words said it all. Marsh signed up believing in potential. With young talents like Reese and Camila Cardoso, he saw a future worth building. But what he inherited was chaos, roster construction that made no basketball sense, a locker room poisoned by the past regime, and a star player who seemed unwilling to grind through adversity.
What's up with Angel Reese, man? There's a pattern with this whole injury thing. Okay, first of all, she has a back injury and she's been gone for quite some time. But the report says is day to day. It's been more than a week. Okay, day to day is literally day to day. So, okay, sometimes it feels good, sometimes a little worse. Okay, let's just monitor it. But it should be good enough to play at any moment. That's what day-to-day is.
The injury report listed Reese with a day-to-day back injury, but day-to-day has stretched into weeks. She hasn't just missed games, she hasn't even traveled with the team for key matchups, including against the Indiana Fever. After a humiliating 38-point loss to Seattle, Marsh stepped to the podium and spoke with the raw edge of a man watching his reputation crumble. 3 starters out, 8 active players, including one signed just a week earlier. Yet even with excuses at his disposal, he refused to lean on them. Commitment and competition, he said, should never waver. Turnovers, missed assignments, lack of execution, these weren't just symptoms of injury, they were symptoms of something deeper, a missing will to win.
And a lot of people are, calling out Angel Reese right now, and I think we are in a world where, when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is under a microscope, and I think there are a lot of people that want to look at everything as a negative when it comes to her. Just like at the same time, it's the same thing with all these players. Like everything stars do is going to be under a microscope. So for me anyway, this isn't the most serious thing in the world. But a lot of people were pointing out that Angel Reese did not show up to Cambridge.
Win, and yet the elephant in the room was impossible to ignore. Reese's injury came with no clear timeline, no specifics, and an oddly convenient absence during the team's worst stretch. She's been active on social media, posting cryptic in due time messages, making appearances, but not suiting up or even sitting on the bench. Marsh called her a competitor, a fighter, a winner, the kind of polite, politically safe language coaches use when they can't say what they really think. But the silence around her injury stood in stark contrast to the transparency around others: Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Ryan Howard. With them, fans got updates, timelines, and explanations. With Reese, nothing.
Three of our starters are out, and so yes, it's got something to do with that. But like I spoke last game, it's your will and ability to compete. It's something that you always have the ability to do. no matter who's on the roster, no matter who's suiting up. I think that we showed that today. I was very proud, very, very proud of our effort today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We had 8 players going into it. 1 we just signed 7 days ago. So it's tough to get everyone up to speed at the same time. But we came into today with the message of commit and compete. That's been our motto all year.
The optics are brutal. Her last game was July 29th, where she logged 32 minutes against Washington. Since then, isolation, rehab, and absence during an 8-game losing streak that killed any playoff hopes. Critics say this isn't about health, it's about not wanting to lose. The pattern feels familiar. She left unrivaled when her team was losing, left Maryland. Some say LSU would have been next if not for their stacked roster. Then there's the Kennedy Carter chapter. Carter, Chicago's leading scorer last season, was released after alleged locker room drama. Her cryptic posts afterward, hinting at Reese's poor layup percentage, looked less like petty shots and more like unfiltered truth. Reese's 42. 4% layup conversion was among the league's worst. Carter's exit was framed as culture repair. But looking now, she wasn't the cause. She was a casualty, and without her scoring, combined with Reese's absence, the Sky have lost 10 of their last 11 games, barely cracking 70 points a night. Carter thrives in free agency, while Chicago's chosen star has vanished when needed most. 2 seasons in, nothing has improved. In fact, they've regressed. Coaches have changed, rosters shuffled, draft picks traded. Yet the system still funnels the offense through Reese's style, a style that hasn't and won't win championships. Marsh is left coaching a team without spacing, with guards shooting career-low percentages from deep and a defense ranked dead last. Giving up nearly 90 points per game, the rim protection and rebounding Reese was supposed to anchor, gone with her absence. And still, the front office chaos overshadows everything. General Manager Jeff Pagliaca's decisions have gutted the team, letting Carter walk, trading away leaders, handing minutes to veterans on the brink of leaving the league, all while owning no 2026 first-round pick. The roster is built for failure, and Marsh knows it, yet he's the one held responsible. Even Pagliaca at one point seemed to throw Reese under the bus, mocking missed layups in public. This isn't just bad basketball, it's cultural rot. In Las Vegas, Marsh saw the other side, stars playing through pain, showing up for teammates, holding each other accountable. In Chicago, the star disappears when the going gets tough, and the team's response is silence. The moment that defined this shift wasn't even on the court. It was Reese celebrating Kennedy Carter knocking down Caitlin Clark. Not focused on winning, focused on spectacle. That same attitude bled into everything, slapping a clipboard from a coach's hands in frustration, missing games while healthy enough for public appearances, avoiding the bench while teammates fight uphill. Marsh can't win like this. He can't coach commitment into players who won't buy in. The rumors of Reese wanting out aren't shocking. They're inevitable. When the brand is built on winning, but the reality is losing, the easiest move is to demand a change of scenery. But other teams see the pattern. They saw what happened with Carter. They've watched how Reese handles adversity. They know certain problems don't vanish with a jersey change. For Marsh, the frustration cuts deeper because his coaching ability is being judged on a scenario he can't control. Reese's cryptic posts, her PS, messages implying trade desires, they're signals of a player already halfway out the door. Leadership in sports is about sacrifice. And here, no one is sacrificing. Not the star, not the front office, not the organization. The Sky have traded short-term politics for long-term mediocrity. The tragedy is that Marsh might be a great coach. His championship background suggests he understands what it takes. But even the best can't win without commitment. Talent without heart is just empty potential. Culture beats talent every time talent refuses to work. And in Chicago, the culture is broken. With playoff chances sitting at 0.1%, the season is already over. The only thing left to determine is how much more damage will be done to Marsh's reputation, to the organization's credibility, before this nightmare season finally ends. And if history is any indication, there's still plenty more to come.